Welcome back, Star Wars fans. Today, we'll be discussing Grogu's theme. And if you're unsure, Grogu is the name given to the creature formally and fondly known as Baby Yoda. The rhythm itself is an interesting place to begin. While sometimes being represented with a dotted quarter and eighth rhythm, the theme is typically presented in just straight quarter notes. This lack of rhythmic diversity gives the theme a lower overall energy, since there is no syncopation and the notes and rhythm become expected to our ears. When something becomes overly expected, it loses a sense of tension and therefore energy. But that works in this case because we're depicting a creature that, at least for the first season of The Mandalorian, is mostly just riding around in his little hover stroller. There isn't a great deal of movement from him yet, and we also typically try to be a little quieter and move a little slower around babies, even in our own galaxy, for fear of waking or upsetting them. So this passive rhythm is a perfect setting for our little Baby Yoda. In addition, every occurrence of the motif for this theme begins on beat 2 in a 4-beat pattern, and this signals to us a lack of authority. The theme is almost waiting until it knows everything is safe before making an appearance. It waits until the harmony provides a safe place for it, and then it enters. The place of entrance within a measure actually can provide a lot in regard to how we perceive a character. By being placed on the second beat, and therefore a weak beat, Grogu is understood to be a less aggressive character, not immediately jumping into battle. When we look at the actual pitches, it's difficult to not make an immediate connection to Yoda's theme, since they are 2 of only 3 we know of this mysterious species, the third being the Jedi Master Yaddle. I mentioned before how Yoda's theme moves downward at first, which displays a passive sense instead of moving up with a more aggressive style of movement. The same is true of Grogu's theme. It moves down to begin, adding to the already rhythmically passive feel of this line. So, the tension and energy that we do get from this theme is actually coming from the dissonances that the theme moves to. In the first measure, the example I've given here would be played with a G major chord. Therefore, the second note, F sharp, would clash heavily with this chord. This is a normal part of melodic writing, to write notes that go against the harmony, or what we refer to as non-harmonic tones. In this case though, the treatment is not traditional. The dissonance doesn't fall into one of our normal definitions, and is closest probably to an escape tone, except it never changes directions. But it can be labeled as an incomplete neighbor. But regardless, the dissonance occurs on the stronger beat 3, which puts more emphasis on the tension. This leans perfectly into the passion and paternal instincts that Din Djarin soon experiences for Grogu, which works because one of the goals of the Mandalorian TV show is to get us to fall as in love with Grogu as possible and pull on our heartstrings to set us up for whatever is to come next in his journey. By leaping down a relatively large interval like a perfect fifth next, we feel this deep romanticism. I've personally noticed that anytime a melody drops by something larger than a tritone or an augmented fourth, it tends to become a statement within a theme and adds increased emotion for the listener. We experience the same push and pull of emotion in the second measure as well, as the theme again moves to a dissonance first and then resolves up by a step to a consonance. In the example I give here, the melody would typically be over a C major chord. This continued accented dissonance is what drives the passion and feeling of yearning in the music. And there's a lot of shifting between the 4 chord, the C major chord I just mentioned here, and the G major chord, which would be functioning as a tonic or 1 chord that we had earlier, and this shifting gives that very smooth and somewhat calming feeling of the plagal cadence. Harking back, this is the same way that we experience the ending of Yoda's theme from John Williams as well. Now I want to hear from you though. Musicians out there, do you know a term for these non-harmonic tones and how they're being treated in Grogu's theme by stepping to a dissonance and then leaping to a consonance in the same direction? And for everyone, what do you think of Grogu's theme? This is the first non-John Williams theme I've broken down, so I'm curious how well you think it plays into the Star Wars galaxy as well. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and before you go, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of the galaxy far, far away. And as always, may the be with you.